Okay, so I'm Al Caudullo, and I'm here with Brian Cotter from UNICEF, and we're going to talk a little bit about how this whole project came to be.
Yeah.
It was about a year ago, and you had done a post on Facebook, and I responded to it, and from there, we kind of kept it going. Brian, why don't you fill in the details a little bit more?
Yeah. So, I mean, one of the ideas is we want to keep on evolving on the skills that the kids are using and also how they can apply them. And so when we were looking at how to communicate and what kind of communication skills we wanted to give them, I was kind of looking for emerging technologies that can be accessible and also kind of give them a different challenge, which is when the Facebook post came out, and then someone connected us, and I think we had a piece of pizza and a beer under the BTS in Bangkok. And we laid out this idea of, we have this great city landscape that's backing these stories of youth. And we talked about how we can use the immersive, empathetic nature of 360 video to put these stories on a different plane.
Yep.
To bring the viewer, no matter where they are, into the eyes of the storyteller.
Right.
And this is youth.
To let the kids be the storyteller.
And to let the kids be the storyteller. Really try to feel, to bring their feel of their daily life or their challenge and give it to anyone.
Right.
And that's the conversation we've been having for the last year.
Right.
Basically.
And Upshift is not just about, although our project has turned out to be kind of slanted more towards disabled youth.
Yeah.
Originally, Upshift is not just about disabled youth. Why don't you talk about that a little?
No, so Upshift is an entrepreneurship program. So we ask young people, so 14 to 24 years old, to bring a community issue that they care about in their view.
Right.
And have them explain the problem to us. So it's really driven by the youth and their life and how they feel about things.
Right.
And then they create solutions for them. So in the same way for Upshift, as Upshift does for this project, we want the youth to define the stories. And so one of the prompting questions we put out there is, if you could send a message to the head of the UN in New York, what would you tell them so that they would understand your life better? Right, that's the kind of prompting question. We want them to understand that you're not making this story for me. You're not making the story for UNICEF here.
Or their friends.
Or their friends. You are trying to convey this message that you've been working really hard on, that you want to change. And whether or not that gets to a leader in Hanoi, or to the World Economic Forum in Davos, or to the head of the UN or UNICEF in New York, what message do you want them to understand about your life so that on some level we can work together?
This is really a very unique approach to take. And I can't think of anybody else that's kind of addressed things in this way.
Well, I think what we see is, because we've been talking about this, we're merging the UNICEF side of things and how we look at scaling things up and out and bringing the voice of youth to a higher level, and what we can do on a creative side.
Right.
So this is the same thing as Upshift, is that they know what the issue is. They know that's there. What they need is to unlock it.
Yeah.
Right? So we're trying, in Upshift, we try to unlock their ability to create a solution.
Right.
And now you're trying to unlock their ability to tell their story. The types of narratives that they create will be very different than anything you or I would create.
Yes.
And so that's really the benefit of the partnership between the production and the kids.
Yeah.
That's really the benefit of a new technology that they haven't explored fully, and having them tell it in their view.
Yeah.
So the types of narratives, the types of content that they come up with the city as their background, or any city could be, or any rural or anywhere, that combination, I think, will produce very interesting outcomes.
Absolutely, and I can't wait to see what we get out of this and where it goes from here, because literally, the options are boundless. Okay, what is it everybody always says, Upshift? What do they say?
We can do it. We can do it.
Okay, ready?
We can do it.
1, 2, 3.
We can do it. Yes.
Okay, we're rolling. And action.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Okay, we're going. Come on.
Okay. We can do this?
Yeah!